Whoa, breaking bumbleclot news, America. I don't know if y'all remember about, y'all know it's Lex, by the way, everybody's favorite. Make sure y'all subscribe, we almost at 1,000. Now, I know y'all remember about, 16 years ago, maybe 18 years ago, potentially, Mr. Sean Diddy Combs was telling everybody, vote or
And just hear a message on why you feel it's important for them to vote this year. Young people that, and please talk to the people that are disenfranchised, that don't believe in the power of their vote.
Well, I know when Barack Obama was running for president, Diddy was campaigning. That same energy that he has with promoting lifestyle and hosting, he actually brought that energy with him into the political arena, and he got a lot of votes. But now, when we think back at that time, and even with the potential, the people who could have potentially been at the tweak-offs, who was from that other world? And when we say that other world, that political arena. And that's simply because of this. The mainstream media has picked this story all the way up. And people want to make it seem like this story is just now getting a sensationalism factor. That sensationalism factor was there from the jump, America. Since last November, that sensationalism factor has been there the whole entire time. But now, it's something that you can't just get away from. I mean, there's people that have known about these things for a few decades. But when we see Diddy parlaying in that political atmosphere, I want y'all to listen to what Jesse Waters from Fox said on his show. America, peep this.
Fox News alert, Diddy was arrested on sex trafficking and racketeering charges, and the judge denied him bail. Tonight, Primetime's getting an inside look at what Diddy's being accused of. What we learn could bring the whole music industry down and might explain how Diddy got away with it for so long. The feds say Diddy created a criminal enterprise that engaged in sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. At the center of Diddy's criminal enterprise, drug-fueled sex parties, they're called freak-offs. Diddy lured women into his world and then manipulated them to participate in highly orchestrated sex acts with male prostitutes while Diddy watched and pleasured himself. Diddy gave out drugs at the freak-offs to keep victims obedient and compliant. These freak-offs could last days. Victims were given IVs to replenish fluid and then keep going. Diddy was known for throwing star-studded parties, but we don't really know who came to the freak-offs. We do know if you didn't freak off with Diddy, there were consequences. Diddy would threaten to kill your career, or worse. If you didn't do what Diddy wanted, he got violent, punching, kicking, and dragging women by their hair. Diddy had complete control over his freak-off victims. He had control of their housing money. He even tracked their location. And Diddy filmed the freak-offs, so he had the video for blackmail. Diddy's freak-offs have been going on for 15 years. That's a lot of tapes. The feds had their hands on all of them. They raided 2 of his homes earlier this year and walked out with his computers. They also seized freak-off supplies, drugs, guns, and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube. He also had 2 AR-15s stashed in his bedroom with the serial numbers scratched off. Today, Diddy pled not guilty and offered up $50 million for bail, but the judge denied him. Diddy's staying in jail. The judge said he's concerned about Diddy's substance abuse and anger issues and said he was a flight risk. Diddy's lawyer says he's going to fight.
We're going to fight this case with everything we have, as is he, and eventually he's going to be shown to be innocent. And so tomorrow we fight again, and we'll fight every day until we don't have to fight anymore.
Diddy had a lot of pull in Hollywood and Washington. Remember, Diddy was a Democrat community organizer for years, running the Vote or Die movement. Diddy's freak-offs were an open secret for insiders. Everybody knew about him. Nobody tried to stop him. This is a lot bigger than Diddy. You can't get away with 15 years of freak-offs without a little help. Did other music moguls get in on Diddy's action? Diddy's the one taking the hit, but this is just the tip of the iceberg. If Diddy flips, he could take the whole music industry down with him. Chris Hansen's the host of Takedown with Chris Hansen on True Blue, and Jaco Booyens is an anti-human trafficking advocate and founder of Jaco Booyens Ministries. Jaco, we'll start with you. You predicted this was going to go down this way. What do you think's next?
Yeah, Lady Justice needs to deliver, Jesse, and thank you for having me on. Those names of the record label executives now need to be mentioned. All those complicit have to come out. It's time for justice. America needs justice when it comes to the exploitation of persons, when we know trafficking is rampant across the border, and these guys normally get away with it. It cannot just be Diddy. This has to be the straw that breaks the camel's back.
So they have the tapes, they have the financials, and they have plenty of victims ready to come forward. Do you expect the feds to go up the food chain? Is Diddy the kind of guy that's going to sing or not?
Look, everything he's done is literally by definition human trafficking, sex trafficking, extortion. So I think what should happen here and what will happen is they're going to throw the book at him, potentially offer him a deal. You know, he could potentially get 30 plus years in prison. Allegedly, minors were at these parties at times. That is to be proven. But if that's the case, now you're looking at life. And I think this guy will sing. The canary may sing, Jesse, but we need those names of the record label executives, those who started his career, funded the freak-offs, paid women off, kept them silent. It's time.
Yeah, we don't want to see another Epstein situation where it gets swept under the rug. Chris Hansen, you know a lot about the situation. You've been covering it for a while. What do you see happening?
Well, I think that he's exactly right. We are going to see a lot of posturing. You can't have these charges, human trafficking and racketeering, committed by just one person. Other people were involved. So you have to believe some of the people are cooperating in this investigation. What I found interesting was the letter sent by the U.S. attorney to the judge to deny bail for Diddy. It talks about the danger he poses. It talks about the fact that this video of Cassie being beaten by Diddy was because Cassie was trying to escape a freak-off at that very hotel. They talk about the weapons, the money that he has access to, and you have to start wondering how many high-level music executives and other members of the talent side of this business knew about this. Already today, one high-level music executive has announced an early retirement. So is this the beginning?
Of course, that was a coincidence. They always say it was a long-planned retirement. When you see the serial numbers on a rifle obliterated, and those rifles are in your bedroom, what does that tell you?
It's a criminal enterprise. Look, there's only one reason why you drill out numbers. There's only one reason why you have a drum magazine that carries 59 rounds of 223 high-powered ammunition. It's for killing. It's for threatening. And when you combine this with the allegations of arson and threatening and trying to coerce witnesses and recording those conversations, it adds up to a lot of trouble for Diddy.
He's in a lot of trouble, and other people might be. Chris Hansen, Jaco, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Y'all see that, right? Y'all heard that? That is stand out because there is a side of the mainstream media that completely dislikes Diddy. Honestly, y'all know Jason Whitlock gonna get on his ass. A few people from Fox, from the right, they're gonna get on Diddy ass because Diddy is tapped in. Now, in the case of this, Diddy ain't no average regular rapper. He had people, politicians dressing up and drinking Ciroc in his house, partying. Hey, come take a trip on a yacht. He's probably into the same things as some of them, allegedly. And who knows if some of them could be at the freak-offs, allegedly. Maybe the judge could be looking through the freak-off files and wait, that's somebody I went to college with during my college years. And he's at a freak-off with Sean Diddy Combs? What? There is a side of this where some of the information, I think, with this situation might stay sealed for some time. I feel like this situation, everybody that's in Diddy's sphere of influence or that's been there or that orbited around there, they're going to get on their ass. They said that only 12 people was in the courtroom today and they were family members. Mom, etc., daughters, sons, maybe his children's mothers as well. But when you look at the hip-hop community and the people that was Diddy bopping with him and setting fire in the bathtubs and partying with him, shout out to Drink Champs, you ain't see none of them outside that courtroom today. So America, this situation is going to blow the lid off a lot of things in the industry. If Diddy is the only person that goes down, then whatever, but America, this situation is really a wacky one. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's Astrostetics. Let's get it.